Tonight's umpires for the doubleheader, double A's Northeast League game are home plate to Corey, first base Gabe Alfonso, and third base Matt Carney. Fans, the Arphil's game program is electronic this season. Download the game program right to your phone. Go to arphils.com/program. Tonight's All-Tech Better prizes. Game time temperature for Game 2 is 49 degrees. Fans, enjoy tonight's game brought to you again by Pepsi, Third and Spruce Draft House, and the Ugly Oyster Draft House, the Helping Company, the Virtual Charter School, and Carl's Cards and Collectibles. Leading off for the Richmond Flying Squirrels, the center fielder number 14, Elliot Ramos.
And we're back here with Game 2 at First Energy Stadium. The Fightins dropped to the Richmond Flying Squirrels 2-1 in the first game, though it was competitive all around. And now here to set things off, James MacArthur. He deals the first pitch to Elliot Ramos, is fouled back. MacArthur's fan club is here today. His entire family and friends take up a section here beneath the press box to watch the starter pitch as he gets Ramos to foul one back. 7:43, your first pitch here for Game 2 at First Energy Stadium. And the righty deals, chopped on, it's fair, deep in the hole, Tatum across the diamond, it's a perfect throw. And he gets Ramos from deep in the hole at third. And as I was saying with James MacArthur and his family, he just had a baby 6 weeks ago, or his wife had a baby, and that baby is sitting in the stands as well. In the, well, she's out of the carriage now. Don't know what her name is, but she is tiny. And the first pitch to Jacob Hayward now. He gets him on the corner. It's a strike. MacArthur working quickly here in the top of the first of the second of 2 games. Chopper to Miller, who's way off first, but there to cover is MacArthur, and they get the second out very quickly. So 2 up, 2 out, very efficient here for MacArthur, and now Shane Matheny heads to the batter's box. A change of uniforms here between the 2 teams. Out is Richmond in their road gray pants. They've got the black jerseys with red sleeves and, of course, the black caps. Fightins transition to their pinstripe uniforms with the red F-fist cap. And the first pitch delivered, it's a strike on the outside corner. He hits 95 on the gun. We've seen him hovering around 93 this whole season, but he's brought his stuff today here in the cold weather. It's 49 degrees right now at first pitch temperature in Reading, Pennsylvania. The ball gets back. Fitch, who's behind the plate now, will get to the defense from left to right in the outfield. It's Hearn, Guthrie, and Bonifacio shifting over to right. Tatum, Brito, Stokes, and Miller round out the infield from left to right. And, of course, behind the plate now, Colby Fitch. MacArthur on the first base side of the rubber. He deals a big swing and a miss. And the count moves to 1-2. 2 away here in the top of the first inning. And the Fightins infield steps back on that outfield grass edge. MacArthur and Fitch agreeing. Now he sets up at the waist, kicks and fires home. It's just high. And MacArthur about to go again, the 2-2. And it just misses. Great framing there from Fitch behind the plate, but he doesn't get the call he was looking for. Crowd still out here in droves, although it's cold and a little bit windy in Reading, Pennsylvania. But they're set to see a great competition. As does he get the third strike call? No. So taking his base is Matheny, and of course boos to the umpire Jude Corey behind the plate. A good at bat there on both sides, and now David Villar, the cleanup hitter in the second game, will step into the batter's box. He puts his bat on his shoulder, steps into the back part of the batter's box, and the righty MacArthur deals home. It's outside for a ball. Looks like the drizzle's starting to come down here at the ballpark. I see a couple of umbrellas opening and some fans coming up under the roof covering. They're getting closer to me, so I get more of that crowd energy, which I enjoy. And coming home is MacArthur, popping it up as VR. We'll see if it stays in the field of play. Miller went over as about as far as he can, but it'll land on the netting and the Vist Bank Plaza. So we'll go again here with a runner on and 2 outs in the top of the first. The score is still 0-0 with James MacArthur on the mound for the Fightins. Ethan Lindau, pitched the first game. He went a full 5. He didn't end up taking the loss. He gave up the two earned runs that allowed Richmond to defeat the Fightins as MacArthur goes for the pickoff attempt, but not in time. But still an impressive outing as he struck out 7, I believe. Printed out the box scores, but I didn't grab myself one. So I'll go do that over the break. And with 2 outs and 1 on, the count now 1-1 to David VR. It comes home, and it's a little bit low. Doesn't get the strike call here from Corey. I think for the most part, the calls from Matt Carleone behind the plate were fairly consistent. And now he'll come home again, and fouling it into the Fightins dugout is VR. And looking like he was set to take off was Matheny at first. So I wouldn't be surprised. Of course, he's going on contact. There's 2 outs. But if he tried to take second here, if he could. 2 balls and 2 strikes now to David VR. Getting the sign is MacArthur. He comes home. It's a chopper to third base. It's fielded on the run by Tatum. He bobbles it a little bit and is not able to make the throw and eats the ball instead. We'll see how they record that. It was tough on the run there. He got it on the hop, but just couldn't make the transition to his throwing hand in time, and the runners move over. They're going to call that a base hit. And 2 runners on now with 2 away. That'll bring up Vince Fernandez, and we see the Fightins shift into position. The first pitch from MacArthur, it's a swinging strike. Don't forget the Fightins have one more game at home after this. Tomorrow, 6:45 start time against the Flying Squirrels. 2 on, 2 out here. No score in the top of the first. The pitch home, it's outside. MacArthur's 2 4-inning appearances were the longest by the Fightins pitching staff so far until Lindau eclipsed that in game 1. And now he comes home with the 1-1. It's a swing and a miss from Fernandez. Two runners on, two outs here in the top of the first. And did he go? No, he did not. And it kind of almost looked like Fernandez thought he went as he took a couple steps towards the dugout. And he's saying it hit him. And I guess the umpire is agreeing, and now manager Sean Williams is going to come out, because very interesting to have the batter say that hit me, and then the umpire agree when that's not what he saw in the first place. They actually called for a check swing first. And so Sean's going to come out to chat. The bases will be loaded if that's the case. Although I find it interesting that the umpire was influenced by what the Flying Squirrel player, Vince Fernandez, was saying. So we've got a hold up in the game now as Williams out to talk. And, of course, he has to accept the answer there from Corey. And that'll bring up Ronnie Freeman with the bases loaded and two away here as James MacArthur tries to get out of a jam. And MacArthur coming home to Fernandez. It's a called strike at the knees. Going back to the first game, Ronnie Freeman 0 for 3. And Vince Fernandez, who's up at the plate right now, came in to pinch hit, and he struck out. The count moves to 1-1 on Fernandez here with the bases loaded. And two outs, all the runners are taking pretty big leads here. And it's a chopper up, fielded by Brito. They're going to go for the short place to second, and MacArthur walking off the mound after getting the job done. Nobody crosses the plate, and Richmond strands 3 in the top of the first. We're going to take a short break as we head back into the bottom half.
The Reading Fightin' birthday party package is the best way to celebrate a birthday. Whether you are a youngster or an adult, there is no better birthday than a Fightin's birthday. The Fightin's Fan Birthday Package is customizable for fans of any age and starts at just $120. Base packages include 10 general admission tickets to a Fightin's home game, an autographed baseball, and a VIP reserved parking spot. Fans can also add a wide variety of experiences and options to make sure your favorite Fightin's fan's birthday is a grand slam.
Customers Bank is a proud continued partner of the United Way of Berks County and the Ready, Set, Read initiative. Ready, Set, Read programs focus on improving literacy skills for children from birth through 3rd grade. The Fundamentals of Reading are a community-wide initiative that bring together schools, businesses, organizations, and individuals throughout our area to improve early grade reading success. Customers Bank and the United Way of Berks County are committed to reading success and urge you and your business to support this worthwhile initiative. For more information on Ready, Set, Read and how you can become involved, please visit readysetreadberks.org. And thank you, Customers Bank, for your continued support.
Time at the plate here in game 2. Leading things off for us is going to be McCarthy Tatum. And up on the mound is Sean Jelly, his first appearance in the series. In the outfield, Hayward, Ramos, and Fernandez left to right as the first pitch from Jelly comes into Tatum. It's a called strike. Over at third, VR, Matheny at short, Howard at second, and Tostado remains at first, and Freeman is still behind the plate. Jelly kicks and fires home, a swinging strike from McCarthy Tatum as he goes with the changeup, the 94-mile-an-hour fastball on the first pitch, and drops it down to 86 for the second. So the count moves to 0-2, and it checks his swing, and he doesn't go. Kicking and firing home is Jelly, and a swing and a miss as Tatum goes down on strikes here for the first out in the bottom of the first. And now it'll be Daniel Brito's turn. He shifts over from second base to shortstop as Guthrie moves into the outfield. And the first pitch to Brito is outside. Jorge Bonifacio still remains in that third position, and Madison Stokes in the cleanup spot as it's a called strike to Daniel Brito. Brito was on base once. He had a single in his first at-bat, struck out twice, and then grounded out, so he continues his hitting streak to 4 games. And the count moves to 2-2. No score here in the bottom of the first inning. There's one away for the Fightins. And Jelly kicks and fires home. It's inside. Jelly's 1-0 on the season with a 3.63 ERA. And swinging is MacArthur. It's right into the glove of the third baseman, VR. He sends it across the diamond for the second out of the game. Jelly standing so tall on the mound, 6'11", 228. He's a second-round pick back in 2018 out of Minnesota. And he towers over everybody. I mean, Jorge Bonifacio is not short by any means. He's 6'1", and just compared to Jelly on the mound, so lanky and tall. He'll send it home, and Bonifacio pokes it the other way. It's going to drop in front of Fernandez, who chases it to the wall. He misplays it. Bonifacio going for 2. He's going to be held up at second by Sean Williams, and it's a stand-up double as he really wanted to take third there. It was a misplayed by Fernandez out in right field, and it bounced off the wall. Definitely a single, and advance perhaps. And that's what the official scorekeeper is telling me as well. It's a hit, and the advance on the error of the right fielder to second base. And with 2 outs now, the Fightins got a runner in scoring position, and Madison Stokes is up at the plate. The first pitch from Jelly, he pokes it the other way, but this time too far. It's foul. Stokes 1 for 3 in game 1 when he was in the 5th spot. And in the righty batter's box settles Stokes. Here's the pitch from Jelly. Will he get it through the gap? No, it's going to be fielded by Tostado, who fires it to Jelly, running to cover first, and that'll do the trick here in the bottom of the first. The Fightin strand 1 runner, and the score remains tied at 0 as we head into the top of the second.
Gear up for the Fightin Phils season. Visit the Brentwood Industries Fightin Phils team store at First Energy Stadium, or check out our online store 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at rphils.com/shop. We have a wide variety of Fightin Phils hats, t-shirts, kids apparel, and more. Looking for something new? Check out our latest selection of Los Luchadores de Reading and Reading hot dog gear, plus throwback black R-Trains R-Fills attire. Root for your Fightins in style. Stop by the Brentwood Industries Fightins team store or rfills.com/shop.
The Reading Fightin' Phils, in conjunction with Savage 61 Fiesta Fridays, are proud to partner with the eXp Realty Group throughout the 2021 season. Visit their convenient website at brgpa.com. The custom search bar makes house hunting online easier than ever, and their talented team of agents is here to answer all your questions. Call them today at 610-926-8610. eXp Realty Group is a proud partner of the Reading Fightin' Phils at all 7 Savage 61 Fiesta Friday games during the 2021 season. eXp Realty Group, where every move matters.
Savage Auto Groups is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fighting Phils. Our large inventory and wide selection of models, along with competitive pricing, allow us to make great deals on many vehicle makes and models. Visit Savage 61, Kia, and L&B in Berks County for all your automotive needs.
And scoreless here as James MacArthur retakes the mound. I'm Emily Messina, and on the air with me I have Victor Pitleski. Victor, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing tonight?
Good, thank you. Victor is the owner of Third and Spruce Draft House and the Ugly Oyster Draft House, and he just opened Third and Spruce, correct?
Yeah, it's just been a little over 2.5 weeks now.
So if you were waiting for that place to get the open sign on the door and unlock, they are open in action. How have the first 2 weeks been?
We've been packed pretty much every night. We've been busy, within what we can take on right now capacity-wise, but it's been great.
That's great to hear. Tostado fouls one off. So what is the atmosphere like of Third and Spruce right now?
Third and Spruce is a real active bar. A lot of folks from all walks of life and having a great time, and we got live music and everything on the weekends as well.
What kind of bands do you usually feature there for your live entertainment?
We're through all sorts of genres.
Oh, wow.
Tonight we
okay.
have reggae music going on and a lot of good stuff.
So everyone can find a place at your bar.
Yeah, if you look at our events on Facebook, you can see pretty much any genre. Just look at a weekend and we'll pick something up for you.
There you go. And how does that compare to the vibe of the Ugly Oyster?
So the Ugly Oyster is a great little Irish bar, real laid back, get to know each other, close friends and everything, and the Spruce is real active, lots of fun. So.
Swing and a miss there from Tostado. The count evens 2-2. So how long has the Ugly Oyster been open?
The Ugly Oyster, we only closed down for 3 weeks through the whole pandemic.
Oh, wow, that's impressive.
Yeah, we did a lot of takeout, struggled through a lot of things, but been open the whole time.
The pitch comes in outside there to Tostado. It's a full count. So where is the Ugly Oyster located for people that might not be familiar?
Yeah, that's in downtown. It's at the corner of 5th and Cherry, right off Penn Street there.
Oh, okay, that's a good location, a very happening spot. Tostado fouling another one back. So what kind of food do you serve at the Blue Oyster?
So the Ugly Oyster is we do a lot. We do a lot of raw bar, some seafood.
The name makes
sense. The best beefsteak in Berks County.
Wow.
At least, if not further.
And it's a punch out there from MacArthur to get Tostado his first of the evening. And that'll bring up Ryan Howard here in the top of the second with no score. Okay, so you got the steak, you got some raw fish as well.
Yeah.
How about at Third and Spruce? Is it the same type of eating atmosphere?
No, they're very different. So we have some great seafood, beefsteaks, all that kind of stuff down at the Ugly Oyster. Over at Third and Spruce, it's a more of an upscale American bar. Steaks, risotto, stuff like that. Excellent food at both places, but real different atmospheres. That's
okay,
great.
so you can kind of pick and choose depending on what you're trying to get, what your evening's trying to be like.
Exactly.
And Ryan Howard now takes a ball, so the count moves to 1-1. So having the Ugly Oyster for a while now, how did you decide that you wanted to pick up Third and Spruce?
So a lot of people right now are saying it's not a time to buy a bar, and for relatively obvious reasons. However, at the same time, it also kind of is the time to buy a bar. A lot of people are struggling. They're ready to get out. Those are both really iconic bars for Reading and West Reading. And I didn't feel like I wanted them to get into the hands of people from, out of town, or change them and change the way that they kind of operate.
So you wanted to keep it into more of a local.
Exactly.
Keep it local. Are
like
you
it's been
local?
for more than 30 years, both of them. Yeah, I live in Fleetwood.
Okay, so we got a local owner here, and he's taken over 3rd and Spruce. And I've been down that way actually. Has the inside changed at all with the turnover?
No, the structure is generally the same. We redid the floors, put in new carpets, new paint, that kind of stuff. Updated a little bit.
Okay.
But it still looks a lot like the 3rd and Spruce.
Okay, so it's what you know and love, just with a little bit cleaner touch
yeah, a little
to
bit
it
cleaner,
right now.
a little newer,
That's
a little more
good.
fun.
So it's been pretty crowded since you guys opened?
Yeah, we've been busy. We brought back live music. It hasn't been there for years at the Spruce. People are really excited to bring that back. So.
I would say that's one of the bigger commodities here at our ballpark, as Ryan Howard goes down swinging and MacArthur gets 2 in a row to go down with strikes. Now the pitcher, Sean Jelly, heads up to bat. So that's, I would say, one of the more commodities of our park here, is that we're able to have live music, and I know so many people have really missed that in the pandemic, but also the artists who haven't gotten able to perform, so it must be nice to have them, in action at your own bar.
Yeah, exactly, and that's one of the advantages at Spruce, even before the restrictions lift here, is we got a capacity of over 500 people.
Wow.
So we can stay within the current capacity limits, but still have a good crowd and have a live band and everything, and they're totally away. They're upstairs, but they're on a stage up there, and they're separated from everything. So.
Oh my gosh, that sounds awesome.
Yeah.
I'll definitely have to come and check it out. So is that a late night bar? Does it stay open pretty late?
Yep. We are we're open from right now we're open from 4 until 11 on the weekdays, Tuesday through Thursday. Saturday or Friday and Saturday we're open till midnight.
Okay.
Next week we open Tuesday we open at 11:30, start opening for lunches again. So.
Okay, so you have some different kind of summer hours
Yep.
going on. And how about at the Ugly Oyster?
The Ugly Oyster right now opens for lunch. We open up over there at 11:30, and we're open till 10 o'clock at night. And those hours will be expanding too as the restrictions lift.
Right, of course. Yeah, everything
kind of
opening in
stuff.
Pennsylvania sometime soon, as Jelly goes down on strikes and MacArthur strikes out the side. The score remains tied at 0, and I'm thankful to have you on here, Victor, talking about 3rd and Spruce and about the Ugly Oyster, both places in Reading that you guys should definitely check out, and I'm sure I'll be at them soon. Thanks for so much coming on the air.
Thank you very much. I appreciate the time.
What does it mean to bank locally with Tompkins? It means keeping your money in your community with a team of neighbors to guide you through big decisions and milestones. Plus all the convenience of our mobile app, where you can manage your account, deposit checks remotely, send money to family and friends, even turn your card off if it gets misplaced, then back on when you find it. Ready to bank locally with the team at Tompkins? Visit Tompkins Vist Bank online or at a branch to get started. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Copa de la Diversión is an initiative of MILB which creates alternate identities for teams across the country wishing to better reach out to their Latino communities. The new identity represents more than a luchador. Luchar means to fight for, and luchador translates to fighter. But it also signifies a specific type of fighter, a masked wrestler. The mask logo pays tribute to some of the most notable elements of the city of Reading. Embodied in the luchador's masks is Reading's pagoda, surrounded by 23 sun rays representing the Latin American countries and Puerto Rico. Down the bridge of the nose is Reading's fire tower. Home plate serves as the luchador's mouth, with First Energy Stadium's facade creating the upper lip. Below the chin are train tracks, symbolic of the historic Reading Railroad. And along the side are baseball seams, a nod to Baseball Town's rich history. Fans can look forward to the R-Phil's players suiting up in Los Luchadores de Reading caps and jerseys on specific games throughout the season.
From Victor, the owner of 3rd and Spruce and the Ugly Oyster bars, both in Reading, that you guys have to check out. I certainly will be going there, as James MacArthur struck out the side back in the top of the second, and the Fightin' Phils are heading up to bat. Now here in the bottom half, leading things off is going to be Dalton Guthrie. It'll be Guthrie, Miller, and then Fitch. And should we get to him, Hunter Hearn. Back on the mound, Sean Jelly for the Richmond Flying Squirrels. He struck out to end the top of the third, and he sends a swinging strike into Dalton Guthrie. Jelly at 14 pitches right now. Took MacArthur a little bit more. We'll see how long it takes him to get out of the second here. And off the bat of Guthrie, a chopper up the middle. It's fielded by the second baseman, Howard, and on to first for a quick and easy out. Now Luke Miller's turn up at the plate. We saw Miller in that double defensive substitution where he came in to he came into bat then in the inning for the pitcher, where he reached on a fielder's choice. But he'll get the start in this game. And he'll take a swinging strike as he chases one way outside of the zone. Looks like the rain is just down to a drizzle here at the ballpark. The wind, just a slight breeze, but it is cold here in Reading. Certainly not Memorial Day weekend weather as we'd hoped for. And Miller will swing through another pitch. Still a little bit of light here left at the ballpark, although of course, the baseball lights turning on even before game one. And Miller makes contact, driving it up the first base line, but it'll be fielded unassisted by Tosado for the second out of the bottom of the second. And that'll bring up Colby Fitch, who gets the start behind the plate for the second game. We saw the same thing in the doubleheader back on Thursday, although it was reversed. But Fitch getting the opportunity to come out here in game number 2. And Jelly will kick and fire home. Fitch swinging on the first pitch. He drives it into left field, and it's going to drop in front of Hayward. And Fitch has himself a hit here with 2 outs in the bottom of the second. Fightins are looking to rally with Hunter Hearn. Hunter Hearn made a beautiful Sports Center play out and left to save some extra base hits. And he was 1 for 3. But he'll step into the righty batter's box with a runner on and 2 outs. The pitch comes in the dirt. Fitch looking a little bit jumpy over at first base. As a catcher, you might not expect him to go, but he's done it a couple times before. Jelly setting up, looking home. Here's the 1-0. It's again in the dirt. The score is still tied at 0 here in the bottom of the second. Just a 7-inning game, game 2 of a doubleheader. The righty getting the signs from Freeman behind the plate. Now he'll go home, and driving it up the middle is Hunter Hearn. They'll get the force out at second as it's fielded deep in the hole by Matheny and sent to Howard at the bag. The Fightins will strand a runner on the base paths, and the score will remain tied at 0 as we head into the top of the third. We're going to take a short break here at First Energy Stadium.
Spend some quality time with the family by taking them out to a ball game every Sunday home game at First Energy Stadium. Sundays are Burke's Packing Sunday Family Fun Days, presented by Classic Harley Davidson. Get 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, and 4 sodas for only $50 when purchased in advance. Burke's Packing is a family-owned and operated meat processor located here in Reading, specializing in hot dogs, ham, specialty meats, and more. Join us for Burke's Packing Sunday Family Fun Days at Sunday home games all season long here at First Energy Stadium. The Fightins feature special post-game concerts throughout the entire season with more live music than anywhere else in Berks County. Each post-game concert features $1 off St. Boniface Brewing and live music on the T-Mobile stage. That's post-game concerts thanks to St. Boniface Brewing. From the cleanup position, there's no one better in the field than J.P. Mascaro & Son. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. Make our team your team, whether in a pinch or for the long haul. Like the Reading Fightin' Phils, we're the best in our field. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO.
Here at First Energy Stadium, the score is tied at 0. And James MacArthur retakes the mound for the Fightins. 41 pitches to get through 2 innings. But we saw Ethan Lindau go a full 5, so we'll see what we get out of MacArthur here in the shortened 7-inning game. And he's back to the top of the order after striking out the side in the second. He will face Ramos, Hayward, and Matheny. Sets up on the first base side of the rubber, coming home. It's a chopper from Ramos. Fielding it on the run is Tatum, and he makes the throw to the right side of Miller. And Miller not able to get back in the bag in time, but saves the ball from going wild. That'll bring up Hayward, who grounded out in his first at-bat. And with a runner on here and nobody out, Fightins are set up for a good double play. And they'll rule that a base hit. Ramos taking a couple steps off the bag, looking like he's gonna go as the first pitch to Hayward is in the dirt. MacArthur kicks and fires home, a swing and a miss. And the count moves to 1-1. Post-game fireworks tonight after this 7-inning doubleheader. And they're all set up out there. Lofting it high in the sky is Hayward. Coming over, Tatum steps in foul territory, steps back in fair territory. And the umpire, Corey, points fair. But he made the catch either way for an out. And now Shane Matheny heading up to the batter's box. So with one away here in the top of the third, the Richmond Flying Squirrels still have a base runner over on first, and checking on him is MacArthur with the pickoff attempt. Ramos, little footwork over on first, getting a little jumpy, and the ball gets away from Fitch and on to second will be Ramos. Wild pitch there, ruled by the official scorer, as now a runner in scoring position with one away, and the count 1-0 to Matheny. James MacArthur, a former baseball player at Ole Miss, had some cool players he played with over there. And he was a civil engineering major. Have to chat with him, see if he finished out that degree. I think he left for the draft in his junior year, but a pretty aggressive major for a guy who is as good as baseball. And not to say that they're not smart, but if you're thinking about getting drafted, It's good he has still a good education behind him in civil engineering. That's an impressive interest there. And the count moves to 1-1 as Matheny fouls one off. So Ramos on second. MacArthur looks back. Instead, he comes home, and popping it foul once again is Matheny. Coming out to have a quick chat is Colby Fitch, and then he'll jog back behind the plate. So we'll do it again here as Fitch probably had an easy way out of this for MacArthur. Here's the 1-2. He'll drive it up the first baseline. A diving Miller unable to come up with it. Rounding third and coming home is Ramos as it heads all the way to the right field wall, and throwing it in is Bonifacio. But a stand-up double from Matheny scores Ramos. And the score is now 1-0. Richmond leading with one away here. The bat belongs to David VR. And Miller just a couple strides left of first base, but it just went right up the line. And he dove for it, but was unable to come up with it. And now VR stepping in with the bat almost completely on his shoulder. He'll swing at the first pitch. It's fielded by Tatum. They're going to go to first with it, and they'll get the second out. So you can put that 5-3 in your scorebooks there to VR. And now it's Vince Fernandez. On that play, Matheny able to move to third. So a runner in scoring position here for the Flying Squirrels with 2 away. And for the lefty, Fernandez, the Fightin's infield playing straight up. But a swinging strike there from MacArthur. He hits 93 on the gun. 2 away here in the top of the third. Richmond leads Reading 1-0. And coming home is MacArthur. He'll get the called strike at the knees. He changes it up with 87-mile-an-hour pitch. Lots of families of the players out here at the ballpark tonight. And it's coming home high. Popping up is Fitch to protect it behind the plate. The sun is almost fully set here in Reading, Pennsylvania. And we're playing baseball under the lights. The wind picking up just slightly, blowing in from center field. And the pitch from MacArthur, it's just low for a ball. The count evens 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs here with a runner on third for the Flying Squirrels. MacArthur trying to get out of this without any more damage being given up. And now he'll come home with it. And he doesn't get the strike call by Corey. And Fitch thought he had it. A beautiful ball right down the middle of the plate. I guess he's saying it was low. And the crowd is not happy at all with that call from Corey. So we'll try it again here with the full count from MacArthur, and he'll walk him. And nobody is happy. A lot of angry fans there as Flying Squirrel takes first, and now Ronnie Freeman heading up to bat. Runners on the corner here for the Flying Squirrels with 2 outs in the top of the third. They've only scored 1. but they're threatening here with 2 outs in the top of the third. And checking on the runner is MacArthur. He'll pick off attempt back at first, but nothing comes out of it. MacArthur up to 56 pitches here. Just some light stretching going on in the bullpen, probably to keep warm down there, but nobody warming up on either side. MacArthur coming home, and the pitch is outside to Freeman. MacArthur turning around and looking at the runner on first. And instead he'll come home. It's a popped foul by Freeman. Thankful for the Fightin fans sticking it out here in this weather. MacArthur turning around, looking at the first base runner. Fernandez, runners on the corner here. With 2 away, he'll come home with it. A swing and a miss there. He gets Freeman with the changeup. And with 2 strikes now to Freeman and 2 away, MacArthur looking for that final strike once again to get out of this inning. After letting up only 1 across, it'll be a chopper and it'll roll foul. And we'll do this again. Game 2 of the day here, another 7-inning one after rain out yesterday. And of course the guys were away for 2 weeks. It was 90 and sunny the entire time. They come home and it rains like crazy. It'll be a chopper up the middle. A diving Brito comes up with it, but he's not able to do anything with it. And a run will score. So he saved that, I guess, from extra base hits as he gets it deep in the hole behind second base, but he's not able to do anything with it. And that'll be a hit, I'm sure. And Fernandez moves over to second. We'll see a pit visit from pitching coach Brad Bergeson here. Just to chat about the plan of getting Tostado out. Tostado was the first strikeout when he struck out the side back in the second. And now Bergeson jogging back behind home plate and Fitch as well. And I was talking to Colby Fitch the other day because the guy's housing is always kind of up in the air. It's a little bit difficult when they first get here, and they were on the road almost immediately. But Fitch was saying how he's got a nice house in Birdsboro. They got a couple of guys. He'll get the called strike to Tostado on the knees. And I think he said 5 or 6 of them in this house in Birdsboro. It's a good crew, he said. He mentioned Kyle Guglowski. And I don't remember who else he said he was in there. I'll have to follow up with him on that. But they found a good spot. It's a fair ball up the first base side. A diving Miller can't come up with it. Coming home, Fernandez. And coming home is also going to be Freeman, as Tostado safe on third. That ball really made it all the way to the corner. It was just drilled up the first base line. And we'll see if that is recorded a triple. I imagine that it would be. And it is a triple, thanks to our official scorer today for passing along that info. And so we'll see a visit from manager Sean Williams. It'll be a pitching change as out of the game is James MacArthur. He'll be responsible for the runner on third. We'll take a short break when we see who comes in, though they didn't really have anyone warming up, so could be a little bit, but we'll take a short break here as we head into we're going to stay in the top of the third.
Unlike any other area at First Energy Stadium, the Stadium 61 Dugout Suite puts you at the closest seat to the action on field, located just feet away from the diamond on the first base side. With covered seating, ability and motion accessible seating, and the most unique view around, your group will thank you over and over again for a one-of-a-kind experience. Tickets for the Dugout Suite are $27 and include options to add food or drink packages. For the first time ever, the Reading Fightin' Phils are pleased to present you their classic game program all electronically. This program has information on the coaching staff, player rosters, and front office staff. It also includes featured stories and alumni reports, all on the favorite guys who spent their time in baseball town. Visit ourphils.com/programs to check it out.
Purchase a bank of tickets to be used throughout the Fightin' Phils season. The Flex Bank lets you use the number of tickets you need when you need them. You will have an online Flex Bank account which allows you to use your bank of tickets or vouchers to redeem for game tickets whenever you need them. You can also reserve your game tickets from your Flex Bank by contacting the ticket office or redeeming in person at the stadium. Visit ourphils.com or call the office at 610-370-BALL for more information about the Flex Bank ticket packages and all the exciting ways you can get tickets to a First Energy Stadium game.
The top of the fourth inning, MacArthur handed the ball over to Brian Marconi, called to the Alvernia University Golden Wolves bullpen, and into the game as Marconi sends a pitch to Howard, but he fouls it back. And responsible for a runner on third is MacArthur, so I can't give you the final line on him just yet. But Ryan Howard now up. Richmond has scored 4 runs in this half. And the pitch outside to Howard. A nice block there by Fitch. Two outs, though, here in the top of the third. And don't forget, just a 7-inning game. He checked his swing, and he did not go, says the first base umpire. Fightin's looking to get back up to bat. And the pitch comes in low in the dirt. Marconi joined the team on the road, and this is his first appearance in baseball town. He joined on the 16th and has yet to pitch here at First Energy Stadium, so this is his first opportunity. He'll kick and fire home, and he'll get the called strike. The count moves to full here, and this would be a big out to get out of the top of the third and get back to bat. Runner on third here, and Marconi delivers. It's popped and just past Miller once again. Got a lot of action over there at first base, and he just lined it just right of Miller. And Howard safely on first as Tostado comes home, making it 5-0. And so that'll be the line, though, on MacArthur as the pitcher, Jelly, comes up to bat. MacArthur, 2 2/3, 5 runs, 4 earned, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts on 63 pitches. Those were tough, though. That line, I feel like, doesn't really read accurately, as he could have gotten out of the inning quite a few times. They were just really unlucky. A soft grounder to Tatum, just to the right of Miller a couple times. Balls that landed fair when they were inches from landing foul. And just a little bit of unluck there for MacArthur. And, of course, that third strike, that wasn't called by Corey behind the plate. But I'll get the strike called here. And Jelly moves to a 1-2 count with 2 outs. It's 5-0 Richmond Flying Squirrels here in the top of the third. And that'll be the end of the inning with a swinging strikeout from Jelly. That's his second time, but the damage is done for Reading. They trail 5-0 there, and then we head into the bottom of the third. They'll look for any kind of offense here at First Energy Stadium.
From the cleanup position, there's no one better in the field than J.P. Mascaro & Sons. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable quality hauling, disposal, and recycling service for your home or business. Make our team your team, whether in a pinch or for the long haul. Like the Reading Fightin Phils, we're the best in our field. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO.
Join us as we celebrate Reading's Hispanic and Latino culture during 7 Friday home games this season. The Savage 61's Fiesta Fridays, presented by Alex Batanzas of eXp Realty, Humane Pennsylvania, Supportive Concepts for Families, Children's Home of Reading, and Mao Beer. Fiesta Fridays features special Los Luchadores de Reading uniforms, Hispanic and Latino food and music, and other cultural events throughout the ballpark. Get your tickets now by calling 610-370-BALL or visiting us at the Weidenhammer ticket office at First Energy Stadium.
Every time you grab an ice-cold 20-ounce Pepsi, you'll find a Pepsi emoji on the side of the bottle. So while the Pepsi delivers this, the Pepsi emoji delivers this.
Ooh.
So go ahead, crack open a Pepsi and tell the world how you feel and what you love with Pepsi emojis. Say it with Pepsi.
Get back into action here in the bottom of the third inning. The Fightins trail 5-0 under Richmond, and they'll be looking for some offense here, leading off the pitcher now, Brian Marconi. And then we'll be back to the top of the order with Tatum and Brito and Bonifacio should we reach him. Sean Jelly returns to the mound for the Flying Squirrels. Jelly just 22 pitches to get through the first 2 innings. And now he'll face off Brian Marconi. Jelly split time in 3 different seasons back in 2019, and he did spend a couple games with the AA team, so he's had some experience pitching in AA before this year. And the first pitch to Marconi is a strike, and he swings through the second one, so he falls behind 0-2 very quickly. Marconi played 4 years at George Mason, and he'll hit a ground ball that'll be played by Tostado unassisted. So that will be that for Marconi, and now we're back to the top of the order with McCarthy Tatum. So McCarthy Tatum stepping in the righty batter's box here with 1 away in the bottom of the third. And he'll swing on the first pitch, driving it, but it's just going to roll foul. And so he'll jog back to first. Took it kind of slowly there. And the next pitch comes in, a called strike at the knees. So he falls behind 0-2 here. And I like how the Fightin's bullpen is standing the entire time to watch. They're not allowed in the dugout with the rest of the players. They don't want too many guys in there at once as Tatum fouls one back. And so they're standing up pretty much the entire game in the bullpen watching the action. Although they could sit and watch it, they're standing and showing their support, whereas Richmond, most of those guys the entire time have been sitting back. So Tatum going down swinging for the second time in today's contest. And that'll bring up Daniel Brito. 2 outs now in the bottom of the third. The Fightins need to make a dent in this 5-0 lead that Richmond has over them. Richmond took the first game 2-1, but it was competitive the entire time. And Brito fouling off the first pitch. It was a heater up the third base line. We'll check in with some scores around the rest of the Phillies affiliates. In the middle of the 7th, Hudson Valley leads Jersey Shore 2-0. And Lehigh Valley trails Worcester 2-4. Oh, that was the final score in game 1. They have a doubleheader as well. And retired now, we go 3-1 there as stepping on the mound is Jelly to retire Brito. We'll check in with the rest of the scores back in the next half of the inning. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be back in just a minute.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with the Berks County Mental Health and Developmental Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and the prevention of suicide. With 3 simple words, are you okay? The hope is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide affects and hurts everyone, but help is here, and we'll work together to raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-236-0530. That's 610-236-0530.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices, from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
Of the 4th inning here at First Energy Stadium, the Fightins trail Richmond 5-0 here. And as we head into the top of the 4th, I have a special guest on with me today. It's Lauren Henderson here to talk about Carl's Cards and Collectibles. Lauren, why don't you tell the fan base what that is?
Sure, absolutely. So it's actually my dad's company. It's about 25 plus years old at this point. It's based in Havertown, Pennsylvania, and he specializes in sports memorabilia, autograph signings, custom framing, sports cards, pretty much anything Philadelphia sports related, he kind of tackles. So he's been in business, like I mentioned, for 25 plus years. So he's definitely got a good reputation. He does a lot of autograph signings on the weekends and stuff, so you can meet your favorite players, former or present. So it's a really nice family business.
And 25 years is pretty impressive as Marconi gets Ramos to foul one up into the stands. I mean, I know that it's really hard sometimes to get the older professional athletes to be interested in signing autographs these days. A lot of them, feel like they're so scammed by like older guys just trying to sell things. But it seems like your dad has a really great reputation around that he's able to get some really great guys in to come and sign autographs.
Yeah, absolutely. He actually had Larry Boa just a couple weeks ago in his store to sign some autographs. So the older guys definitely enjoy coming out and meeting the fans and interacting with them. So that's really awesome.
That's really impressive to have that kind of reputation around the city of Philadelphia as Ramos goes down swinging here, and now heading up to bat is Hayward. So there's cards and collectibles. What does the collectibles kind of mean? What is highlights there?
So like bobbleheads, just like your novelty type stuff. So he does, I would say probably the biggest novelty item he has is bobbleheads, whether that's like the Phillies ones or when the Eagles won the Super Bowl. But just bobbleheads in general are probably his biggest novelty. But he's got a variety of stuff as well, like lanyards, license plates, all that kind of stuff. But honestly, he really specializes in autographs. So he has literally probably millions and millions of just autographed photos, pucks, baseballs, like you name it, he probably has it.
That's awesome. So what is like the vibe like when you walk into a store? Do you feel like you're really surrounded by all this like Philadelphia culture and history?
I would say so. Yeah, it was funny. We got a Google review the other day that was like, he really packs so much into like a little store. And that's pretty accurate. The store isn't gigantic, but he really does use every single inch of space he has to really just stuff it with anything Philadelphia related. So yeah, you'll see stuff from the 1960s all the way up to current guys today.
That's awesome. And let's say, you're not local to the Philly area, but you're still a Philly fan. People keep that loyalty even if they move away. Do you guys have an online store that fans can check out?
Yes. So our website, carlscards.com, we actually revamped the website at the beginning of this year. So we spent a lot of last year, as most places, realizing how important an online presence was.
Yeah.
So we revamped the website last year and launched at the beginning of this year. So they can go on there. They can shop there's 4,000 plus items. And so, yeah, you can go on there and we can pretty much ship anywhere in the country.
And unfortunately, if you heard the crowd during that at bat, Jacob Hayward sent one deep to left and over the fence. A solo shot makes it 6-0 for Richmond. And that's Hayward's second home run of the series. But yeah, the Carl's Cards, they have a great website. I've checked it out before. And it makes it really convenient to order, Philadelphia-based stuff from a trusted store where you're getting a legitimate autograph instead of being, scammed by someone trying to pass off something that's not real. So if you're not local to the area anymore, you can check out the online stores. Matheny now up to bat against Marconi. He'll take a first pitch strike. And I was actually told that you guys have Bob Clark coming in sometime soon. Is that correct?
So we're doing a private signing with him. He's actually kind of a special case. He doesn't really enjoy doing a lot of public stuff. So we do a lot of private signings with him, which means it's just not open to the public to come and actually physically meet him. But if you wanted to drop off a puck or you're working on a team piece or something like that, you could drop it off with us and we'll get it signed for you at an upcoming private signing with him. This is probably our 20th private signing, I would say, with him. Probably in the last 10 or 15 years.
So that's a really unique way to work with a professional athlete. If people want autographs, but they kind of have got to the point where they're willing to give autographs, but not really willing to do all of the press that comes with it. So that seems like a good compromise for both.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, but there's still a ton of guys that do love coming out to meet the fans. Obviously, in the last year or so, that's changed a little bit, but we are starting to kind of see that open back up and folks more willing to come out and meet the fans, which is great.
So Matheny singling as a ball drops in left center field, no one able to come across from it. And now David VR is up at the plate. So the score 6-0 here with one out and a runner on first for VR. Who would you say is the coolest signee that you've ever had in the store? Because you guys have had a lot over time.
We have. Honestly, probably one of the more fascinating ones we've done. It's kind of a two-part answer, but we had Jason Kelsey from the Eagles the day after the Super Bowl parade.
Wow.
So we had already booked that signing prior to them winning the Super Bowl, and it kind of just worked out really well for us. And then obviously that parade and that speech and the whole thing, it was absolutely insane. But yeah, he was there the day after that, and it was just, I've never seen so many people just kind of like pack into that store and that surrounding area. It was
can't
insane.
imagine what that must have been like.
There was probably 3,000 people there throughout the course of the signing. It ended up being like a 3.5 hour signing just with how many people were there. But it was insane. And then probably the other one would maybe be Hunter Pence. We had him like a month into his Phillies career, and people were just like so jazzed for him. So that was a really fascinating one too. We probably had like 700-800 people come out for that just to see him and just the excitement around having him.
Those are awesome. As down goes Matheny, another strikeout for Marconi, and now there's 2 away with 1 up at the bat. So here's a really hard-hitting question for you. When you meet a professional athlete, do you find that most of them are as nice and as fun as they seem to be?
For the most part, yeah. Yeah, there's definitely some that surprise you that aren't what you hoped they would be, and that's a little disappointing. But for the most part, yes, they are as pretty down to earth and as real as it gets. We had JT Realmuto in 2019, and he was as nice as he seems to be. Same thing with Scott Kingery. So yeah, for the most part, the guys are pretty down to earth. And honestly, if you're willing to do a public signing, chances are you're a pretty nice, decent guy, because you know you're going to meet the public. You know that they're going to want to interact with you and ask you questions and do all that kind of stuff. So if you're not really willing to meet the fans, then you're probably one of those players that doesn't want to interact with them and isn't maybe on the friendlier side. But for the most part, yeah, they're pretty good guys.
But it seems like at your store, your dad is able to get some of the guys that could be a little bit more difficult to get. So that's really cool that you have a wide variety of athletes, especially from the local area. So if you're a fan of, getting autographs, getting collectibles, getting some bobblehead collection, you guys can head down to Carl's Cards and Collectibles, located at 22 West Eagle Road in Havertown, or you can head to carlscards.com as another strikeout. Down goes VR, and that'll be the end of the top of the fourth, but unfortunately Richmond tacks off another run. It's 6-0 as we head into the bottom of the 4th inning. Thank you so much for joining me, Lauren, and I encourage everyone to head down to Carl's Cards and Collectibles, or to just check it out online and see what's up, check their event schedule, and see who's going to stop in for an autograph signing soon.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got 3 guys coming next Saturday, so we hope to see some folks out there.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
Feasers Incorporated, a family-owned, full-line food service distributor located in central Pennsylvania. Services restaurants, sporting facilities, theme amusement parks, healthcare facilities, educational facilities, and other institutions throughout Pennsylvania and the Mid-Atlantic region. For over 100 years, Feasers and its employees have committed themselves to making customer service their highest priority. Feasers works hard to provide customers with the products they require, delivered by their helpful fleet drivers. Feasers is large enough to serve and small enough to care. For more information, call 800-326-2828 or Feasers.com.
ROG Orthodontics is the proud official partner of the ROG Orthodontics Fightin Phil's Kids Club. Join today at Fightins.com to get your free ROG Orthodontics Kids Club t-shirt, and visit FantasticSmiles.com for more information on all the great work that ROG Orthodontics provides. ROG Orthodontics and the Reading Fightin Phils, 2 great hometown partners.
The Fightin's trail 6-0 over Richmond, but they're starting off with one of their heavy hitters. It's Jorge Bonifacio who's going to lead things off here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Now the Fightins have 2 hits so far, but they've just been unable to push anything across. And As we head into the bottom of the fourth, it'll still be Jelly who takes the mound. And here's the kick and fire to Bonifacio. It's inside for a ball, and the count moves 2-2 here. In his first at-bat against Jelly, he singled all the way to right center field and then was able to move over on an error as he misses a 93-mile-an-hour fastball. He'll shake it off outside of the batter's box, and now he'll step back in. And he'll chop one up into the dugout of the Flying Squirrels. It'll bounce around. And thanks to Access Industries for presenting those nets above the dugout that keep our fans safe. And now he'll come home with the 2-2, and Bonifacio directly to short, Matheny across the diamond, and they'll get the out for one in the bottom of the fourth inning. And now Madison Stokes stepping up to the batter's box. He grounded out in his first at-bat. And the first offering from Jelly. He drives it deep to center field. It's going to drop. It's going to bounce to the wall. It'll be cut off by Ramos, rounding first, and standing up at second is Madison Stokes on the first pitch. He gets a stand-up double off of Jelly. And the crowd is excited as they get a base runner here in the bottom of the fourth for Dalton Guthrie, who was impressive in the first game of this doubleheader. He's looking for his first hit here in game number 2. And so now with a runner in scoring position, Dalton Guthrie steps in the box, about as close to home plate, but inside those lines. And the first offering by Jelly, he thought about swinging, but he didn't, and it's a called strike anyways. Guthrie stepping back into the batter's box. And now Jelly looking back at Stokes, though there's no one to cover the bag. He'll go home. It's a chopper foul. Fightin's trail by 6 runs here in the bottom of the fourth inning. They've got a runner on here with one away is Dalton Guthrie. And here's the 0-2 from Jelly. It'll be chopped up to short. Staying put is Stokes across the diamond, and he'll make the tag as Tostado's pulled off the bag, but he tags the shoulder of Guthrie as he runs by. And now there'll be 2 away as Stokes is forced to stay put on second. So Luke Miller heading up to the plate. He had a busy top of the fourth inning. I felt like balls were flying past him left and right. And with a runner on second and 2 away, the Fightin's looking to chip away at the 6-0 lead the Flying Squirrels have. Poking it the opposite way is Miller. It just doesn't get over far enough, and it lands foul. Lehigh Valley dropped the first game of their doubleheader, 4-2. And they are winning game number 2 over the Worcester Woo Sox, 2-0 in the top of the 6th. The Blue Claws. Game is final. They fell 2-0 against Hudson Valley. And of course the Phillies dropped to the Rays 5-3. They had a day game today. Off the bat of Miller, it stays fair. Misplaying it is VR at third, and Guthrie will be safe at Miller will be safe at first, and Stokes moves over to third. That's an E5 there, as I'm not even sure what happened to VR. It looked like he tried to body it and keep it in front of him, and he didn't even get it in his glove. It just bounced off his chest, and he kept it in front of him, I'll say, but not able to come up with the ball in his throwing hand. So runners on the corners now with 2 outs for Colby Fitch, who is more than capable of getting the job done here. And the first pitch from Jelly, it's in the dirt. Good block there by Freeman. Stokes is ready to go over at third. And Fitch stepping back into the lefty batter's box here to face the righty Jelly. Runners on the corners here, 2 away. In the bottom of the 4th inning, the Fightins trail by 6, and instead going for the pickoff attempt is Jelly. Wind is pretty much just a very, very slight breeze. That flag out in center field isn't quite still, but it's barely moving. And with 2 outs, Jelly comes home. It's a called strike on the outside corner. The count 1-1 now to Colby Fitch. This is a great moment for the Fightin' Phils to chip into that 6-0 lead. And the crowd is roaring here at First Energy Stadium. They want to see some action. The 1-1 to Fitch, it's up high. Good layoff. And the count now 2-1. Fitch, always a smile on his face whenever I see him roaming around the ballpark. Happy to be around the game of baseball once again after the quarantine season. And he'll take one in the dirt. It moves to 3-1. There is an open base path here for Jelly. But the Fightins are really looking to capitalize here, although there's 2 outs. Runners on the corner now. Jelly getting the sign from Freeman. And here is the 3-1 to Colby Fitch. He'll take a called strike, 93-mile-an-hour fastball right at the knees. And Fitch talking to Corey behind the plate. Now, was that at the knees, he says. And the count is full here. Jelly leaning over, glove behind him. Now he'll set up at the waist. And here's the payoff pitch. Runners going. It's called strike 3. Inside corner 94 from Jelly, and he gets the job done. The Fightins unable to cross the plate. They'll strand 2 here as we head into the 5th. It's 6-0 Richmond.
The Fightin' Phils know who to call for trash and recycling services. A proven winner, JP Mascaro & Sons. The industry leader for over 50 years. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. That's JP Mascaro & Sons, one of the top companies in its industry. Trash and recycling services for home, business, and industry. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO. JP Mascaro & Sons, ready to serve you.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
We're back here in the top of the 5th inning. The Fightins trail Richmond 6-0. And out on the mound, I believe, is still Brian Marconi. Leading things off, Fernandez, Freeman, and Tostado. Final warm-up pitches being taken on the mound. The veggie race just went on in the last half inning. Cauliflower took the win, his 3rd of the season. And Ronnie Freeman now will lead things off to Brian Marconi. And he'll take a first pitch strike. And now he'll get the called strike from Corey behind the plate. Marconi deals and fires. It's sent up the middle. Brito on it. He'll send it over to first, and an easy out in the top of the 5th.
The first baseman, number 10, Frankie Tostado.
And now Frankie Tostado, who tripled back in the 3rd. He was part of that 5-run half inning, which has really been the first big outing we've seen from Richmond. The Fightins have kept their bats mainly under wraps so far. And the first pitch coming outside as the Fightins have the shift on now. And a called strike by Corey now. Popping it foul is Tostado in the 67 club. Still a big group over there. And they have a 2-hour all-you-can-eat buffet in that section as well. So I know fans like to stick around there. And a lot of people still waiting for the post-game fireworks now as Tostado strikes out swinging. It's a drop 3rd strike, and Fitch is all over it. He'll send it over to first. 2 quick outs here for Marconi. And so that'll bring up Ryan Howard to face Marconi. He deals, it's inside, and it's a ball. And I am assuming that is Jelly in the on-deck circle because he's wearing a sweatshirt, and I guess it's to keep his arm warm if he gets back up on the mound since it's pretty cold out today. But he's standing in the on-deck circle. And now here's the offering to Howard. Big swing and a miss. And the count moves to 1-1. And he'll take a called strike at the knees. Top of the 5th. Richmond leads 6-0, but they're 2 away as the Fightins look to get back up to bat in the bottom half. This is only a 7-inning contest. Coming home is Marconi, but it's in the dirt this time. And Marconi gets that strikeout, and Colby Fitch almost like sprints off behind the home plate. He's back in the dugout almost immediately. And he's not even at bat in the next half inning. He was just that excited about the strikeout. And a 1-2 inning, 3 inning there from Marconi. The Fightins are back up for some offense. Stick around here. You don't want to miss it.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils. The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with Humane Pennsylvania throughout the 2021 season. Humane Pennsylvania is the region's premier leader in animal welfare and empowers the people in our communities to increase their capacity to care for animals so that all animals are safe, healthy, and treated humanely. Humane Pennsylvania is proud to be a Fiesta Friday and Bark in the Park sponsor. Learn more about Humane Pennsylvania and how you can help build the best community anywhere to be an animal by visiting humanepa.org.
To enjoy a perfectly crafted 1893 from the makers of Pepsi Cola, you must first appreciate its carefully selected ingredients. A dash of cola nut extract, a hint of real sugar, a splash of sparkling water, and a generous amount of attractive spokesperson. Trust me, I'm gorgeous. Cheers to 1893 boldly blended colas, a delicious balancing act of premium ingredients from the makers of Pepsi Cola.
Well, we are back in the bottom of the 5th inning. Fightins trail by 6. And Sean Williams now heading out to the third base coach's box. And leading things off will be Hunter Hearn. And on his way out, Sean Williams stopped to have a quick word with Corey behind the plate. And Sean Jelly, now that we've seen it a couple times, he has a routine where he sort of squats down on the ground back on the back of the mound where usually they keep that rosin bag, as Hearn fouls one quickly and the count moves to 0-1. He squats down for a second, I guess just gaining his composure, and then he stands back up ready to go before every half inning that he pitches. And he's made it all the way here to the bottom of the 5th inning, his 0-1. Hearn sends it back where it came from, and he'll start off the bottom of the 5th inning with a single here as Hunter Hearn extends his on-base streak. And now we'll see if we have a pinch hitter for Brian Marconi. Tough to see the back of the jersey. It is going to be a pinch hitter, and we will see number 10, Josh Stephen, now up to bat. Jelly just 50 pitches so far here with nobody out in the bottom of the 5th, and we see a pinch hitter for Marconi, so his day is done, and Josh Stephen now heading into the batter's box. Runner on, nobody out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And the first pitch grazes the outside part of the strike zone. Hunter Hearn taking a lead off of first. Fightins need to start getting some runs. This is just a 7-inning contest coming home. It's a called strike to Josh Stephen. And for the past couple of days, I believe she left yesterday, the Phillies mental strength coach, Hannah, has been traveling around to all the minor league affiliates, spending some time at each affiliate, chatting with all of the players and making them know that they have her available as a resource. A lot of teams are now just integrating a mental strength and conditioning coach. But the Phillies have had Hannah. She's worked there for the past 3 years, and I believe there are a couple other in the system, as Stephen fouls one up the left field line. And it's not mandatory, but the players do have her as a resource. They're able to ask her for assistance. They're able to do one-on-ones or just pop by for a quick question. I know some of the players really take advantage of that. Whether or not you're having trouble handling the sports psychology of it all, as Steven pops one up shallow, and it's going to be caught, and Hunter Hearn, was bounced first, so it bounced into the glove of Jelly, and he'll send it over for the force out at second to get Hunter Hearn, so you can put that 1-6 in your scorebook. And then they tried to get Josh Steven out at first, but they were unable to make the double play. So it'll be a fielder's choice and a runner on first with just one away for McCarthy Tatum. And I know a lot of the players did take her up on that opportunity just to be able to talk to somebody who's highly skilled in that area. You know, the game of baseball is very mental, as are all sports, and it's not just about your physical ability. It's about your ability to hang tough in hard moments, and when the pressure's on, are you able to come through as a first pitch strike to Tatum? And she's helped a lot with that, especially, with batters who are having trouble and pitchers when they come in high leverage situations. So I know she has some tactics for them to use and moments to talk as well as the pitch comes in low. And she's really, really nice. I had the opportunity to meet her and chat with her for a minute, and she said, there are things that you can do to calm yourself down and slow everything down when you're in a big situation, as the pickoff attempt now to first base, but Josh Steven not really taking much of a lead. So very impressed with the Phillies for having that as an opportunity for the players and for them to capitalize on that while she was around visiting our AA league. Swing and a miss there by Tatum, and the count moves to 1-2. Runner on here with one away in the bottom of the fifth inning. The Fightins trail by 6 runs. And here's the offering. It's low for a ball. And the crowd is going wild now. The 2-2 to Tatum. He'll pop it foul once again, and we'll do it all over. And here's the 2-2 once again. It's a chopper, but it's going to go foul. And McCarthy Tatum really staying alive in this at-bat. Getting the start both games at third base. And the crowd is roaring here at First Energy. They want to see some action out of the Fightins offense. And coming home now, the 2-2. It's in the dirt. Good block by Freeman. Steven taking a couple steps off first base. Jelly standing tall. And now he'll come home with it. Lofting it high in the sky is Tatum, but it's gonna drop! It's gonna drop in the best spot possible. Nobody's got the ball. And Steven only able to make his way to second. I'm not even sure if that could be an error on anyone because it just dropped right in the middle of the first baseman, second baseman, and right fielder. And at the last second, Howard dove for it, but he doesn't come up with it. It falls in between everybody, and then nobody goes for it. And I think Steven thought that that would be caught, so he was hesitating to see if he had to tag up, and so he's only able to make it to second. But that is going to be 2 runners on now with just 1 away for Daniel Brito. Jelly looking back at second. Now he'll come home. And Brito almost looks like he regrets his swing there, as he went slow through that, way behind. And now he'll set up. Hasn't had a homer on the season. This would be a perfect time to do it. Looking back is Jelly. He'll send the pitch home, and it's going to get through the gap. It's getting through the gap. It's into right field, and holding up at third is Josh Steven. Sean Williams stopped him there, but Brito, a single through the gap between first and second. And now the base is loaded here as Jelly is in a jam. God, I feel like that's a pun I should have been making all game. How did I miss that? But he's in a real jam now. And it's not the guy that you want up at the plate, but it's the guy that we want up at the plate. Jorge Bonifacio, the last time he was up with bases loaded, he sent it, absolutely crushed it way out of the ballpark. And we'll see if he's able to do it again. He's got 8 RBIs on the season. And he just joined the team on Tuesday. We do see someone warming in the bullpen for Richmond, but this is a big moment here for the Fightin' Phils. This would put them right back in the game. They're down by 6 here. It's in the middle part because it's only 7 innings, so we're in the bottom of the 5th right now. And on third, Josh Steven. On second, McCarthy Tatum. And on first, Daniel Brito. And Jorge Bonifacio is up at the plate now. Jelly just giving up 2 hits in a row. And Bonifacio looks like he's going to crush it. He wanted all of that, but he came up with absolutely nothing. And the count moves to 0-1. 1 away for the Fightins. They trail by 6 here in the bottom of the 5th, but they have the bases loaded here for the slugger, Jorge Bonifacio. His slugging percentage over 1,000, 1.154 here. And here's the 0-1. Fair ball, it's fair, and they're calling it foul. And it looked like it was foul right over the base, and Josh Steven kind of hesitated. And every Fightin's batter somehow ended up at third base. They're all running back, but I'm not exactly sure how that happened. But Daniel Brito, who was on first, somehow made it all the way to third, and they thought that was fair. I mean, he absolutely roped that up the third baseline. If that was fair, that would have brought a lot home. And Bonifacio now stepping back into the box. It's an 0-2 count here with 1 away, but the base is loaded and the pitch is in the dirt. Good block there by Freeman, kept it in front of him, as that would be a real game changer as it got behind him. Fightins trail by 6 here. They've gotten hits, but they just haven't been able to get the job done when they need to. But bases loaded here and 1 out for Jorge Bonifacio. And the 1-2 now from Jelly. He ropes it again, and Sean Williams had to drop down there. It went right over his head up the third baseline. And this is a big moment here as Bonifacio fights through this at bat. He's 1 for 2 in this game. He singled in the first and grounded out in the fourth. And now he'll step into the batter's box. Bases loaded here. Fightin's trail by 6, and Jelly looks a little frazzled. He gets the sign from Freeman behind the plate. And now he kicks and fires home a chopper and has to jump over it is Tatum. He'll come home, and Brito held up at third. A RBI, 2 RBI single from Bonifacio, who is clapping over at first. He's happy with that. It got right through him with Beanie, and I think he was caught up because Tatum had to jump as he was getting off of second to avoid being hit by it. And it was a good thing that he did, because if you're hit by a ball, you're out. So it would have been a dead ball and nothing would have come of that. But instead, the Fightin scored 2 off the bat of Bonifacio, who singles up through shortstop. And on third is Daniel Brito. And there's only 1 out here for Madison Stokes, who has been absolutely hot as of late. Tripled the other day. He doubled earlier in this game, and back in the first game, he went 1 for 3. Runners on the corners here with 1 away. The Fightin's trail now 6-2 as Bonifacio delivers.
Come on, Maddie.
Stokesy up at the plate now. The first pitch by Jelly. He'll take it. It's a ball. The Fightin's bullpen is up, watching the game action. There's someone warming up for Richmond. And Stokesy steps into the batter's box. Runners on the corners here for the Fightin's with just 1 away. 6-2 the score. Jelly, glove at the waist. Now he kicks and fires home, and it's a called strike on the outside corner. Lots of boos, of course, from the Fightin's fans. And Stokes stepping into the righty batter's box now. Jelly kicks and fires home. It's a ball, and it's in the dirt. And Freeman has done an absolutely fantastic job at blocking them behind the plate. I mean, there have been a lot of balls in the dirt, and he has somehow kept track of all of them. And now coming home is Jelly. He'll get a called strike at the knees of Stokes. And now he's setting back up. There's just 1 out here and runners on the corner. And he'll chop one foul. It's going to land in the plaza area. And we're going to do it again here. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Madison Stokes. 6-2 the score, but the Fightin's have runners on the corners. And he'll send it up. Is it going to go in the gap? No. 5, and I don't even know what happened there. He must have slipped on second. And safe at first now is Madison Stokes as an RBI comes in, and Bonifacio makes his way all the way to third. And I think what happened is Howard must have slipped on the bag at second, because the throw from VR was good. And it's going to be a fielder's choice that lands Stoke on first, but it's going to be an error from the third baseman. I guess it was a bad throw there. And And now I believe we're going to see a pitching change as Jelly's day is done. It's 6-3, and once again, runners on the corner with just one away. And I think that's the manager, but he's going to leave him in as Tony Diggs comes out to chat with Jelly. They're going to trust him. They're going to go with him to get the out here. And heading up behind the plate is Freeman, who I think should get a lot of credit for saving a ton of runs behind the plate. I mean, really, the Fightins are going on anything that passes by him, and he's kept them all in front of him. And it's Dalton Guthrie's turn, who has been hot today. Guthrie 2 for 3 earlier. Doesn't have one in this second game, but he's due for it. And runners on the corners now as the Fightins rallying here with just one out. And Jelly coming home, it's inside. Guthrie has been looked very, very patient at the plate these past few at-bats. Very mature approach. And just looking to get on base here, make some action happen. Fightins on down 3 here, but they are rallying in the bottom of the 5th, putting on a good show here for fans. And just doing it piece by piece, too. And he'll chop one up. It's going to be into the glove at second. They're going to get 1, but they're not going to get 2. So they'll go 5-4, but Guthrie scoring a run there. And he'll remain on first with the fielder's choice as they get Stokes at second. But it's 6-4 now, and this is a completely different ball game as Luke Miller heads up to the batter's box. And Luke now, 9 RBIs this season, just trails Matt Vierling. Well, I guess now Bonifacio has taken the lead, and a swing and a miss he's sent to his knees. Bonifacio 10 RBIs now, tying Vierling and Miller at 9 here. Runner on first with 2 outs now. The Fightins have done a fantastic job of chipping away at that 6-0 lead, not giving up the game. And Miller goes fishing, comes up with nothing. Jelly hitting him up with the changeup twice. And now, with 2 outs here, Luke Miller trying to make something happen. Runner on first, and the Fightins trail by just 2 here in the bottom of the 5th. And he'll take one in the dirt. Keeping it in front of him is Freeman once again. Big inning for the Fightins here. They scored 4 runs on 4 hits and 3 fielders' choices and an error from the Flying Squirrels, who have made 3 errors in this game alone. Jelly coming home. Miller popping it the other way, and it goes into the stands. But if he's able to pull it the opposite way, that would do the trick. And he keeps himself alive. And all eyes on Luke Miller here. 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. The Fightins have added 4 runs in this half. And on first, Dalton Guthrie. And sending it high in the sky is Miller. It's going to land. Nobody knows where it is. And sliding is Tostado. I can't believe he made that catch. Nobody knew where it was until the final second. But Tostado able to make the catch behind first base, but not before the Fightins add 4 runs here in the bottom of the 5th, making this game 6-4. Things just got interesting, Fightin fans. Stick around with us.
The Reading Fightin Phils are proud to partner with Mal Beer throughout the 2021 season. Mal Beer and Mal Cinco Estrellas Lager, which is available in the Stadium Plaza Bar, has 128 amazing years of brewing history. Founded in 1890 in Spain, Mal Beer has always been there to satisfy the most demanding taste buds. Make sure to pick up Mal Beer and Mal Cinco Estrellas Lager at First Energy Stadium at our Plaza Bar throughout the 2021 season and at your local retailer. Mal Beer is a proud partner of the Reading Fightin Phils and all 2021 Fiesta Friday celebration games. Mal Beer, the 5-star taste and the quintessential beer from Madrid. Please drink responsibly.
At Savage 61, our goal is to assist you in making a confident decision. Our friendly, professional staff members are available to answer your questions and listen to your needs. Whether you're shopping for a new or pre-owned vehicle, we're ready to help you with your search. Visit our dealership at Pottsville Pike today. Fastball, curveball, slider, it's the pitcher's grips that make the difference. And when it comes to cornering, braking, and traction, CJ's Tires and Automotives can improve your car's grip with a new set of Hankook tires. Hankook tires are known for great handling and reliability mile after mile. Together, Hankook Tires and CJ's are your winning team. So whatever your vehicle needs, an oil change, state inspection, brakes, alignments, or Hankook tires, trust CJ's Tires and Automotives in Fairless Hills. CJ Tires and Automotives. They really are better, faster, and more affordable.
Back in the top of the 6th inning, things just got interesting here at First Energy Stadium. The Fightins put up a 4 spot in the bottom of the 5th to make it 6-4 here. And we've got some defensive substitutions, it looks like, to me, as, well, of course we have the pitching change here. Austin Ross coming in to replace Brian Marconi. Well, not exactly, because we saw Josh Stephen coming in to bat for Marconi, so we knew he wasn't coming back. And the final line on Marconi, 2 1/3 innings pitched, 3 hits, 1 earned run, 6 strikeouts, and he totaled 43 pitches, and Austin Ross now stepping up to bat. We'll get you some defensive substitutions in a moment. Gotta get some binoculars up here in the box, folks. It's my next move, as it looks like I'm gonna take a stab at this. Guthrie shifts to short. And who is that out at second? Someone else is out at second. Turn around. Brito moves to second, I think, and that'll probably put Josh Stevens in the outfield. That makes a bit of sense to me. So, and looks like Bonifacio maybe shifted to center. That's what I'm gonna go with. Guthrie over at short, I can tell 100%, and Brito moves to second. And I'm going to say that Josh Stevens and Bonifacio swap. So Bonifacio at center and Steven over at right. If I can see that, that's tough. So hopefully I can get some update from the official scorer. But on the mound is definitely Austin Ross, and he's off to face Sandro Fabian. And here's the pitch from Ross. It's outside, it just misses. The count moves to 1-2. And he sends one to third, but this is Tatum across the diamond. It's a deep hit, and it's an out. So Fabian coming in for Jelly there and unable to get on base, so I'm sure we'll see a pitching change. Jelly's day is done, but 5-3 in your scorebooks there. And back to the top of the order with Elia Ramos now. Infield playing straight up here against Ramos. And a swing and a miss. He looks like he wanted to stop. 90-mile-an-hour fastball up top, but he was not able to stop. And the count moves to 1-2 on Ramos. Ross hanging tough here. One goes up the middle. Brito shifts over, and he'll sling it on across the diamond for the out. So 2 up, 2 down quickly here.
The left fielder, number 7, Jacob Hayward.
And that'll bring up Jacob Hayward. Ross had a great last appearance. He went 1 inning, no hits, no runs, and struck out 2. And since the start, he's really gotten to put everything together. He's been one of those guys that just needed a little bit of time to get into it. And then he's been able to pull things together as he gets 2 straight foul balls and a ball from Hayward. And he'll take a pitch outside. Here's the 2-1 from Ross. Big swing and a miss. That brings Hayward to his knees. He gets him on a change. Beautifully placed. And that'll bring him within 1 strike away of a clean inning, and the Fightins will get right back up to bat. Here's the offering. It's outside. Good block by Fitch. Lots of fans still at the ballpark. They're waiting it out for the fireworks, and they've been treated to a great game here at First Energy Stadium. It's in the dirt again, and the count moves to full. And I guess that was 3 balls, so that was the 4th ball. And now he's going to walk down to first. So I must have miscounted. Sorry there. And so 1 on now with 2 away. And Ross is set to face Matheny. He's been on 3 out of 3 time, a double, a single, and a walk. He'll take a first pitch high. And now with a runner on and 2 away, he's going to send the pitch home. It's a perfect strike on the outside corner. Austin Ross, Radford University. He sets up, glove at the waist, and instead he's going to go over to first base. And when he went to Radford, he once worked as a food service technician and event coordinator. So he's got some other skills up his sleeve besides being able to throw strikes, which he does again, and he gets the call.
Got him!
And did he get him? A good frame over on first, and they're going to say he's safe as Stokes looked like he had him over at first. And that's another defensive substitution. I can see that Stokes is out there and not Miller. So Miller's day must be done. Lots going on in this half inning. Probably the most we've seen in one half inning, as going is going to be Hayward. And did they get him? A perfect throw by Fitch. And a great catch there by Guthrie to nail him. It's going to be 2-6 there. And it doesn't matter about Matheny because they get Hayward, and they're back to bat. 6-4 the score here in the bottom of the 6th inning. We'll be right back.
Better pitching, faster base runners, and more runs batted in usually beats the competition. At CJ's Tire and Automotive, better selection, faster service, and more affordable options always beats the competition. When it comes to tires, CJ's MVP choice is a new set of Falken tires. Falken tires are known for handling, reliability, and value. And for more than 50 years, CJ's has been helping customers find the right tires at the right price. Together, Falken Tires and CJ's are a winning team. Stop in any time at your local CJ's or shop online at cjtires.com. CJ Tires and Automotive. Better, faster, and more reliable.
We've been privileged at ROG Orthodontics to be part of the local community for over 60 years, creating generations of fantastic smiles.
We're honored to be voted the #1 orthodontist year after year, and proud to be the top Invisalign provider in the region.
We passionately believe we're changing lives every day right here in the community where we live.
We offer interest-free, flexible payment plans
and provide monthly scholarship programs for free braces.
Be sure to check out our magnet contest to win free braces.
We love seeing our patients' successes, knowing we had a part in changing lives.
One fantastic smile at a time.
Savage 61 is a proud sponsor of Fiesta Fridays. Enjoy an R-Phil's game, great food, music, and entertainment. The team will play as Los Luchadores de Reading Latino Tribute uniforms. Visit Timmy Profit and Savage 61 Pennsylvania's most awarded dealership for all your automotive needs.
Fleetwood Bank. Now coming into the game from the Alberta University Hogan Wolves bullpen. Flying Squirrels pitcher number 28, Matt Seelinger. Attention fans, it's now time to announce the Carl's Cards and Collectibles winner, Cesar Bolano. Cesar Bolano, you can claim your prize at the Heck Residential Customer Service Food. Now batting for the Fightin Phillies, the catcher, number 8, Colby Fitch.
All right, well, here we are in the bottom of the 6th. It's an interesting ball game, Fightin's fans, as Colby Fitch is up to bat, and we do have a pitching change. Matt Seelinger comes out to replace Sean Jelly. Now, we knew that he was going to be out after the pinch hitter back in the top half, but we didn't know who was going to come in. And Seelinger sends a first pitch strike to Colby Fitch. 5 innings of work for Sean Jelly. 7 hits, 4 runs, 3 of them earned, and 3 strikeouts, totaling 83 pitches, which is honestly some of the most I've seen out of a double-A guy so far this season. I know Juan Hillman of Akron got up there in our game against them, but I think he was in the 80s too. But haven't seen many guys get up that high, especially in just 5 innings of work. And Seelinger sends one in the dirt to Fitch now. But great outing there from Jelly, quality start. And now the Fightins, after getting out, putting a donut up in the top of the 6th, they're looking for some action here in the bottom half. They scored 4 back in the bottom of the 5th. It was an eventful inning, and it was nothing big. I like the way they pieced it together. And a bunch of guys had some value in that half inning. And the Fightins turned the momentum. Colby Fitch was able to catch Hayward trying to steal at second and throw him out. And now they're trying to capitalize off of that as the 2-2 now comes into Fitch, and a swing and a miss, 93 miles an hour of high heat, and he gets Fitch to go down. His second strikeout of the day. And now Hunter Hearn is up at the plate for the Fightins. And that will bring up Hunter Hearn. He'll take a first pitch ball. They're asking if he checked his swing. Did he go? No. Says first plate umpire Alfonso. So it moves to 1-0. And Hearn swings through a high fastball for the first strike. Fightins are down by just 2 now here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And we are nearing, well, we've reached over 5 hours of baseball today. And Hearn now taking a strike. One and 2 now with 1 away in the bottom of the 6th inning. And the pitch comes home. It's in the dirt. Good layoff there by Hunter Hearn. And he sends it high in the sky, but I think it's going to get out of the field of play, even though Freeman's coming over, and it'll bounce in the stands. And a fan makes the grab. He gets some claps. He's got his glove down there, up on the right field side, and Hearn stays alive now. Baseball under the lights here at First Energy Stadium. Fans are having a good game now and get to wait for some post-game fireworks after the fact. And coming home now is Seelinger, but it's in the dirt. And it's a full count now here to Hunter Hearn as he's making Seelinger work for it. One away now in the bottom of the 6th inning, setting up on the first base side of the rubber. Kicks and fires home, and Hearn stays alive, fouling it off. Now he'll lean over, get the signs from Freeman behind the plate. Hearn standing tall, he'll come home, swing and a miss, and he'll go down on strikes. The second strikeout for Seelinger here in relief. And now we will see Josh Stephen, who came in to pinch hit, and then he made his way out to right field in almost a complete overhaul of the defense for the Fightins. Pretty much the only 2 people besides the batter, well, Ross came in. So it was just Fitch behind the plate, Tatum at third, and Hunter Hearn in left that did not shift. Everyone else made a move. And some new guys came in. Steven on base with a fielder's choice and helped the team out, score one of those 4 runs. And he'll send one into foul territory. It's hard to tell if there's any weather elements going on right now, because I see like 3 umbrellas open, but I see a bunch of people sitting out under cover. So I don't think it's raining, because if it was, everyone would have moved under the roof. But Steven taking a strike now, and he falls behind 0-2. And after Austin Ross put up a clean top of the 6th, the Fightins would really like to tack one on and just chip away at the lead, as Steven now takes one outside. Fightins just trail by 4. 4 runs on 7 hits. And the Squirrels 6 runs on 8 hits with 3 errors in the field. And the Fightins able to capitalize on that. But there's 2 outs now in the bottom of the 6th. And Matt Seelander delivers the 1-2 to Josh Steven, who's punched out. So it's a 1-2-3 inning as Seelander comes in relief and strikes out the side. As we head into the final inning of play, the Fightins trail 6-4 here. We're going into the top of the 7th. Stick around. You don't want to miss this.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with the Berks County Mental Health Developmental Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and the prevention of suicide. With 3 simple words, are you okay? The hope is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide affects and hurts everyone, but help is here, and we'll work together to raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-236-0530. That's 610-236-0530. The Fightin' Phils know who to call for trash and recycling services. A proven winner, JP Mascaro & Sons. The industry leader for over 50 years. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. That's JP Mascaro & Sons, one of the top companies in its industry. Trash and recycling services for home, business, and industry. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO. JP Mascaro & Sons, ready to serve you.
The 7th we go, fans. Thanks for sticking with me. I'm Emily Messina here on your airwaves. And an exciting game as we head into the top of the 7th of Fightins Trail by just 2 runs. Looks like they're going to stick with Austin Ross here. He got out of a clean 6th and looks to do so in the 7th as well. He gave up just 1 walk, but it was erased when Colby Fitch threw him out trying to steal 2nd. He'll face the middle part of the Richmond lineup, Matheny, Villar, and Fernandez. And Ross looking to get the job done so the Fightins can have 1 more half inning to bat. And they're jumping out. Madison Stokes is jumping over at first base. I guess he's trying to warm up a little bit. I can't imagine how cold it is out there. Coming home is Ross, and he misses inside for a ball to Matheny. Stokes just really honestly seems like he's out there and enjoying the game. He seems so happy. A lot of these guys, I got to be honest with you, a very friendly team. They all seem excited to be out at the ballpark. I think, you know, myself included, you feel really grateful to be back after having that year away. And Ross now sends one. He gets another strike, so it's 1-2 to Matheny. Everyone just seems to be having a good time this year and trying to get their skills back. And he'll get the strikeout there from Matheny. And that's his first of the relief appearance. And that'll bring up David Villar. Ross gets him to foul one back into his own shin. And now he's setting up. He sets up on the third base side of the rubber. He'll kick and fire home, and he'll get another foul ball as these batters are just swinging way, way too late, and they're only grabbing a piece of it. Some hot chocolates going around the stand, a perfect snack. Ross deals when it's just outside, and it moves the count 1-2 with one out here in the top of the seventh. Just looking to get a quick outing so the Fightins can get back up to bat. And it's high. Fitch jumps up trying to get it, and he can't. No foul. There's no one on base, and the bat boy will come out and do the job. Ross kicking the dirt a little bit on the mound. He's got the ball behind him, and then now he'll put it into his glove, and he'll send it home. Swing and a miss, and he gets 2 straight strikeouts. And now there's 2 away in the top of the seventh. So 2 swinging strikeouts there from Ross, and he'll face Vince Fernandez now, and looking to get a quick top of the seventh. And then after the Fightins get to bat, hopefully they've got some fireworks, and then post-game fireworks. And he gets a first called strike as Ross has got his stuff here today. Sorry about the crowd noise here, folks. And he'll get another strike called. So it's 0-2 the count with 2 away as Ross tries to get the job done here and put up a donut in the top of the seventh. And here's the 0-2 pitch. It's up high, and he didn't get Fernandez to chase. Fightins have the shift on as usual with the lefty batter. I mean, such a huge gap up over third base. And now coming home is Ross. It's just a little bit low, and the count evens 2-2. Two outs here in the top of the seventh. And coming home is Ross. It's in the dirt, and it's full. He's got all the bases open here, but 2 outs. He'll try to get the job done on this next offering. The Fightins bats will be at the top of the order with the Fightins, so that's a good opportunity. Coming home is Ross, and it's just high, so he'll walk him. But this is exactly what happened in the top of the sixth, and Ross was able to get the job done, and Fitch able to seal the deal with catching Hayward stealing. So it'll be Freeman's turn now as there's 1 on and 2 away, and the Fightins infield moves back to their normal spots. And now Ronnie Freeman will swing and foul off the first pitch. Runner on first here with 2 away. Austin Ross, the righty, can't see what Fernandez is doing over on first. But he's coming home, and it's deep in the hole at third. Is it fair? It's foul. And it was a solid throw there by Tatum, but it doesn't matter. And the count moves to 0-2 anyways. And walking about as slow as possible back to the plate is Ronnie Freeman. Doesn't seem interested in getting back to bat, so hopefully Ross can just finish him off with 2 strikes and 2 outs. Already sets up, and here's the 0-2. It's outside, it gets past Fitch, he slips in the dirt, and over to second goes Fernandez. And they're calling that a wild pitch. And a runner in scoring position now with 2 away for Austin Ross. The count moves to 1-2. Ross looking back at the runner. Instead, he's going to come home, and it's in the dirt again. Fitch trying to figure out where it is. He's going to toss that ball away, and they'll get a fresh one. One on, 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. The Fightins trail by 2 runs. It's 6-4 Richmond. And Ross coming home. He checked his swing, and it doesn't matter. It's a called strike by Corey. And Ross strikes out the side, and Richmond strands one on the base pass. It's your final half inning of baseball. The Fightins trail by 2. This is the moment, fans. Stick around.
The award-winning Reading Hospital Tower Health Character Pool Party provides an unforgettable night out with your family and friends. Enjoy a baseball game while swimming in the 87-degree heated pool directly behind the right field home run wall. Plus 2.5 hours of all-you-can-eat buffet and photos and autographs with the crazy hot dog vendor and the Fightin' Phil's mascot band. Regular game tickets are $30 per person for groups of 20 or more. Give us a call today at 610-370-BALL.
T-Mobile is the leader in 5G coverage and speed. No one else covers more Americans with the fastest 5G. The R-Pills are proud to introduce T-Mobile as the title sponsor of our Plaza stage. Fightin' Phil's fans can continue to expect great performances on game days and non-game days. The T-Mobile stage is home to great bands, such as the Truest Fightin's mascot band and many others. It will also continue to house great musical performances during the off-season.
Unlike any other area at First Energy Stadium, the Stadium 61 Dugout Suite puts you at the closest seat to the action on field, located just feet away from the diamond on the first base side. With covered seating, ability and motion accessible seating, and the most unique view around, your group will thank you over and over again for a one-of-a-kind experience. Tickets for the Dugout Suite are $27 and include options to add food or drink packages.
This is it after the 7th inning stretch. They're up to bat, just down 2 runs here in the bottom of the 7th. The end of game 2 of the doubleheader. And they're back to the top of the order, which is a good thing, although they've got production from just about everyone. And out on the mound, we'll see there is a pitching change for the Flying Squirrels. It's going to be number 32, Joey Marciano, 6'5", 250. 36th round back in 2017. And he's out of Carbondale, Illinois, I believe that is. And it's a call to the Alvernia University Golden Wolves bullpen for the final outing. Now they have 2 guys they've deemed closers. This is a safe situation, and this isn't either one of those closers. He's coming out of retirement after taking a leave of baseball back in 2019, and he leads Richmond in relievers in consecutive scoreless innings, so he's still a go-to guy. He's held opponents to a .050 batting average, so that's pretty much nothing. And this is his Double-A debut. His first outing was on May 4th since July 17th of 2019. He made it as far as Advanced A before he retired, but now he's back to work, and he's only 26 years old. He's set to face off of Tatum.
Come on, team!
And he'll take a first pitch strike. Marciano kicks and fires, and Tatum swings at one way inside. The count moves to 0-2. Fightin's trail by just 2 here in the bottom of the 7th. And leaning down is Marciano. Now he'll stand up and he'll get after it. It'll be a ball outside, so he'll stay alive. Fightin's playing straight up here. And he'll send one deep to left field. Going back at the wall is Hayward. And is it caught? It's caught right at the wall. I can't believe it. McCarthy Tatum got all of that. And it just wasn't enough. But I mean, really impressive swing there from Tatum. And now it's Daniel Brito's turn to bat. And he'll take a first pitch strike. And the pitch is outside. We've got a lot of lively fans sitting right in front of me. Very invested here. We appreciate the support. And the pitch comes in outside for a ball. And the pitch to Brito, it's a called strike, and he can't believe it. And he's leaning down. Now he sets up. Here's the pitch. And it's fouled off, almost near the press box. Just straight to the left, and if you heard the sound, it hit our TV booth just left of me. Fans are scrambling for it. And now he's fighting to stay alive. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Daniel Brito. And he pops it foul back into the net again.
Come on, Daddy, let's go!
The safety nets are provided thanks to Access Industries and Safety Edge.
I'll bet you that check for a dentist. Margarito.
Dale, Daniel!
And here's the 2-2 once again. Brito, a slow chopper, rolls into the glove of Tostado on first, and he's going to make the play unassisted.
The center fielder, number 29, Jorge Bonifacio.
And now it's all eyes on Jorge Bonifacio. And he'll take a first pitch strike. Bonifacio 2 for 3 today. And we're down to the final out here at First Energy Stadium. The Fightin' Phil's trailing by 2 runs. But if anyone can do it, it's Bonifacio. The kick and fire. He swings it one way inside. And it falls to 0-2. And down to their final strike. Down by 2. Here's the 0-2 to Bonifacio. Swing and a miss, and that'll do it for us here at First Energy Stadium. The Fightin's drop game 2, 6-4. Against the Flying Squirrels. And that is it here, but post-game fireworks to come here at First Energy Stadium. Thank you all for tuning in. Tomorrow, 6:45 game time here, Sunday night, Memorial Day weekend game. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you tomorrow.